Hello everyone from all over the world, welcome back to Valheim. In today's video I'll be giving 5 ways to prepare for the Deep North update. The first one is to put a portal nearby the Deep North, not actually at the Deep North spot itself, but close enough where it'll be easier for you to venture by boat. Who knows by the time the update happens if there'll be some new serpents or other things that can block you from make travel more difficult, so it's good to do this now before the update changes take effect. And the other optional thing you could do is to literally put portals on the Deep North biome itself. Now this has pros and cons. When you explore an area before an update happens, that old area, when it updates, it has different changes to that area that you've explored. Luckily, it doesn't impact the whole biome itself, but just the places that you've explored. Some of the advantages of this include when you go to mistlands before the mistlands updated, that area has no mist. It's good for farming without the mist blocking your visibility. You can fish there, you can fight seekers and y'all and stuff. Now, the bad side to that was that there was no dungeons, or the routes weren't active, so there were some downsides. With the Ashlands update, exploring that beforehand, it had some interesting effects of the terrain got lowered, so you had like floating islands and stuff. Didn't quite have as much of an advantage in the Ashlands update, but there was some interesting effects, and I imagine with the Deep North it will be the same. Now, if you do set up a portal in the Deep North before the update happens, there are a couple suggestions I have. Is one, to make it on a natural structure or things that set up. I do know that in the Ashlands update, when it lowered all the ground, a lot of the places that survived, being a lot of the structures that survived were things that were naturally generated, like rune stones and buildings and things like that. So you definitely want to build around that, because that's most likely to make it. And higher up, if they do the same thing with the Deep North that they did with the Ashlands, where they lowered the terrain a lot, being up at a higher elevation like this will help as well, because you're most likely to survive then, because it's much higher than the ground that's being lowered. So you want to be at a high of a place, a high elevation, so to avoid that. The other thing too is shield generators. The third thing I would say is the shield generators are probably going to help with the elemental dangers of the biome. They've made it clear in the previous many times that the ice is very and the snow is very dangerous. It's going to be even stronger than the mountain. So I would definitely recommend carrying the shield generator parts with you if you can. It's the shield core, which you can get from ceramic plates, which you can get from black marble, along with black cores, and I think there might be something else. I'll check the recipe in the next part. And there's the copper, and then you need iron. If you can manage to carry that with you, I would. And if you do build a place in the Deep North, like a base like I have here, I would definitely recommend putting one here, because you just don't... It protects you in the ashlands from the elements, and I imagine it's going to do the same thing in the Deep North. So to craft the shield generator, you need ceramic plates, which you can get from black marble. You unlock this when you get the when you beat the queen, and you get the upgrade for the artisan table here, which is I think it's the artisan press, but I'm not 100% sure. I've forgotten. But you use that to craft the ceramic plates, and then the shield core, you need the black core, circling core, and the ceramic plates, and then that's part of the crafting for the shield generator. The fourth thing I would say is just to make sure you're stocked up on supplies. Make sure you have plenty of stuff. It sucks when you start a new update and you have these new recipes unlocked, and then you have this block of, oh, I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that. I would especially say flame metal is probably going to be a big one. Usually the metal from the previous biome, resources from the previous biome are important. Probably Yggdrasil wood, I would say, for magic too. Just overall in general. Also food supply too. You want to make sure you have plenty of food. and portal materials and building materials and all kinds of things like that. You want to make sure you have plenty. Now, depending on whether you think this is a cheat or not, or whether it's just a way to save time, it depends on you. But the world 3 times resources on the world modifier can help a lot with that, with time. I know it helps save me a lot on time with things. The 5th thing is probably the least important out of all of them, I would say, is probably fire weapons are going to be important to fight against the ice and the snow. So I would say either get the Durnwind, do that quest if you can, or if you're going as mage, probably the fire weapon, the Staff of Embers. Where is it even? I lost my Staff of Embers, yeah. Where did it go? Anyways, I think I probably put it up here or something. I don't know where it is, actually. But, yeah. But definitely, like, some fire weapons. That's probably the least important thing out of everything, like I said. But I'm excited for the Deep North update. I have no idea when it's gonna come out. Last year, I guessed it was gonna be around wintertime, because thematically, it would have been perfect. But, and then a lot of people were saying February for the anniversary month of the game when it first came out. And now, who knows? It could be June. It could be winter of this year. This is the longest time it's taken for an update, and I kind of get it, because it's the 1.0. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations are on this to try to make it right as best you can. It's the release out of beta, so to some degree I understand, and I'm of the philosophy I'd rather wait for a game to come out and it come out right than it be rushed and then it be bad. I mean, if it is rushed and the developers want to fix it, they can, and that's part of why there's betas and stuff. But I don't want to ramble too much anymore. I'm excited for the update, and I'm pretty much ready for it as far as I can tell. You could get your skills up as well while you're waiting for it. The other thing I would do too is I would beat Fader more than once, just in case, if who knows what's gonna be what the item from that's gonna do, the Fader relic. It might be something you use just the one time and you don't need to beat him more than once, or it could be something that you need a lot. So maybe beat Fader more than once, just in case. But I would say that's it. There's really not much else. And thank you all for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye, everybody.